Hello, everyone, and welcome to Budget Life with Paula. We are here today to go over my weekly spending of my on my credit card, my Capital One credit card, for the week of March 5th through the 11th. So we're gonna jump right into it. I did have my usual expense tracker that I make. So we're going to use this, but we're also going to fill in the expense tracker on the annual budget workbook by Tasha over at Mind Your Money. You guys know that I am going to keep her, whenever I use this workbook, I will continuously keep her website and her, not her Etsy shop, but her YouTube channel listed in my descriptions below. This is one of the main parts of the workbook that I wanted to start using when I entered her giveaway, because I won her workbook in one of her giveaways. I think it was February, may have been the end of January, but it was like around about that time early on, a couple of months back. So, or last month, we're still in March. Okay, so let's get right into it. March 6th, and I will apologize for the shaking in advance. March 6th. So March 6th is, okay. March 6th is not the day that I started. March 5th, which was on a Sunday, I did not spend anything. So I did not spend anything there. So I have like a no spend, right? I have a no spend on March 5th. I am going to make sure that the workbook is in frame because I'm going to use a calculator as well. We stopped at the amount of $70.83. I'm going to add this $3. On the 6th, I had a Etsy purchase. I purchased a couple of things on Etsy, so that's $73.90. FYI, this video will probably be just a little bit longer than usual. So I've got my hot tea over here. I went out to McDonald's and grabbed a hot tea while I was out this morning. And so we just kind of worked through it, okay? Nothing was spent on March 7th, but March 8th, I had a medical bill. I went to the doctor and they had some lab work. I have my medical expense envelope that I am using, and I'm going to put towards this bill. It's a pretty large amount. It was $117.60. And I used my credit card because at the time I didn't have the cash. So I used a credit card, and so I'm going to be reimbursing Capital One that amount using my expense, my medical expense. And you will see that in my budget with me going forward. I think for the month of April, I'm going to be I have a separate row for the medical expense on my budget with me, and it's going to be more money going into that category or envelope because I want to pay Capital One back. Well, technically I'm paying the whole bill, but you know what I mean. It's going to come out of the medical expense envelope. So, sorry about that, you all. I had the doorbell ring. Someone was at my door. So, we're going to get back to it. So, on the 9th, I went to the grocery store and spent $31.38 here. March 10th, I went to Target to get household items, and I spent $19.28. Kind of getting close already to my monthly goal of $300, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that too well. I'm writing kind of small, but right now we're at a balance of $242.16. We will probably go over my budget limit, and that's okay for right now, because as of right now, these purchases are justifiable. And I will be paying it off. Amazon purchase household items of $44.98. Sometimes I do use Amazon. Actually, this was my ink packet that I got for my printer. So I'll go back and fill in the categories once I look at where the money will be coming from to pay. On the 10th as well, I was out and I did purchase a sub and chips and drink for myself over at Jersey Mike's, $13.68. We are right at my budget limit, and we've still got some rolls, only 2 more purchases this week. But keep in mind, right, that we've got the rest of the month. So this is really letting me know to slow it down. So I like this. I like this expense tracker, doing it this way and seeing the numbers and the balance add up, because by the time the bill is due, I'll know exactly how much I need to take out. And some of these things are already taking out. Some of these items and some of these bills purchases are already taken out. Like March 11th is OwnStar. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. OwnStar and the features that I have in my truck are on separate purchases. So you'll see, I'll just put it as OwnStar every time. They don't give me one lump sum amount. So they do it separately, and I know why, so it's fine. And then on the 11th, I'm going to put gas station. I did have on my printout the name of the store, but I did get a little bit of gas. I just needed a little bit of gas. I don't like for it to get down to a certain amount. So I only got $22.10, and I have a big SUV, so you guys know $22 is like, what? That's not filling my truck up. So we are now, and that's it. So we were that's all the spending that we did. So right now, from February 27th through March 11th, we have a balance of $337.92 on my Capital One card. Mind you, I budgeted out pretty much for Capital One expenses for each month, so that, whatever purchases and whatever, things that I use my Capital One card for, I try not to go over that limit. Now, there are subscriptions up here, food and gas and household purchases. If I have money left over in my cash envelope in those categories, I'm going to put it in my Capital One bill, my Capital One envelope. Okay. So that when it's time to pay the bill, I'll have some cash to go ahead and deposit into the bank. But I do want to talk about now is the breakdown of this week's purchases. So I like to do this just to kind of see where and see the categories and what areas that I need to work on for myself in the upcoming weeks. So let's see. Drive through. That was only that one purchase of Jersey Mike's, $13.68, and that was sub, chips, drinks. So I kind of treated myself for that, and I may take my mama's money and put it towards that purchase, because that was for me. I was out that day. Gas was $22.10, and groceries and households was $50.66. That was a Target household purchase and the Food Line purchase, which was fine. My bills, that medical bill is not a monthly bill, just so you know. That was for my previous doctor's appointment. They did lab work, and lab work, whether you have insurance or not, can be pretty expensive. So, yes, I do have insurance, but they did, in fact, it was like my annual. So yeah, it was my annual, for the year. So that was my balance. And that medical bill cost was $117.60. Going forward, I am going to prepare for that, and I may be putting medical bills, my medical expenses, over into my high priority binder. In fact, that's actually what I did. I took it out of my low priority binder and moved it into my high priority binder, and making it a separate row in my budget so that I can, number one, reimbursed Capital One. I'm going to put that money back in. OwnStar has its own envelope that I have been placing in, so that money will be taken out to pay, to be reimbursed as well, that $15. So that's the largest amount, but that's really going to be taken care of. Still not concerned about that. And then Etsy purchase, I purchased some more, I purchased some more savings challenges, because I am completing savings challenges and I want to support other Etsy shop owners. And so I spent $3.12. That's not bad at all. So the total this week is $267.14. Yes, that is a large amount for this week, but I did have a very high bill that I used my Capital One card towards, and that was that medical bill for my annual checkup, my lab work there. So, like I said, all of this will be paid off, but it does help me to see how things are going, and what areas. And honestly, I've done extremely well with my drive-through. I've done good with all the other purchases, and I'm not really concerned about it. The bills will be paid, because it's very, very, very important to me. And I would definitely be posting not purchases, but payments. In fact, I will probably be posting a payment in this video where you can actually see me paying off my credit card bill. And some of these payments are large amounts because I just went on and paid for the whole thing. So I just wanted to let you all know that I will be, if I have a payment to post throughout these weekly videos, I would definitely be doing that. But y'all, thank you so much for taking out time to watch this video. This is one of the more serious videos that I do enjoy, and it does help me in my budgeting journey. Budgeting is not all just savings challenges, and it really does, if you're doing it right and you want to change your spending habits and really manage your finances, then doing things like checking, even if you don't have a credit card but you use your checking bank card a lot and you swipe a lot, you may want to do something like this, a weekly expense. See how your purchases were each week using that bank card. Doesn't necessarily have to be a credit card. It can be a bank card, whatever you're using on a regular basis, just so that you can see, oh, I did quite a bit of shopping at Target, that week. I need to cut that back. Did I really need those purchases? Or like, if you're like me, you're driving through a lot. It took me a minute to really see, wow, I am really driving through too much. I'm spending my money too much. And I've been working on that. That was one of my weaknesses. So whatever your spending habit is that you're trying to adjust and trying to get a handle on, you may want to try weekly expense check-ins. You may want to check with yourself every week or twice a week or monthly, however you want to do it. If you want to do it a whole month, and look through the whole month and see where you are and what spending and what transactions happen that whole month. I think it's important because it does help me with my spending and, really saying to myself, should I have really made that purchase? Could that money be put towards my savings goals? Could it be put towards, money down payment for the home? So, and every little bit counts. I don't care if it was an extra $5 at the end of the month that I could have cut back. That $5 could have went somewhere else, So, yeah. You guys, thank you so much for taking out the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So doing all of the wonderful things, leaving me comments, that really does help my channel. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.